My cousin once asked me a simple but powerful question. Do you know what success is, Edris? At first, I froze. I didn't really know how to answer. Because when someone asks you about success, your mind immediately jumps to what the world has told you. Success means money, success means cars, success means fame, followers, recognition, and respect. That's what we've been conditioned to believe. But the more I thought about it, the more I realized something shocking. I've been living in my own version of success without even recognizing it. And the truth is, maybe you are too. Because success isn't always what we think it is. It isn't just some far-off dream. It's happening every single day in the small things we do. When most people hear the word success, their minds instantly picture material things, a fancy car parked in a driveway, a massive house with endless rooms, a bank account stacked with more zeros than you can count, or even millions of followers online, people cheering you on. Now listen, none of those things are bad. There's nothing wrong with wanting them. There's nothing wrong with aiming for them. And there's nothing wrong with achieving them. But here's the truth. That's not the only definition of success. Because if you believe success is only those things, you'll spend your whole life chasing shadows. Here's how I've come to define it. Success equals progress plus gratitude. It's not about where you've arrived. It's about being in motion. It's about being able to do the things that help you grow. Even if it's just by one step. Even if it's just 1% every single day. And the moment you see success in that way, you realize something powerful. You might already be more successful than you give yourself credit for. So when my cousin asked me that question, I decided to look at my own life. I wrote down all the things that I do on a daily or weekly basis. The habits, the routines, the things that no one celebrates, but that actually define my success. For me, success looks like this. Going to the gym, sitting down to study, taking time to learn, showing up to work, reading and writing, traveling and experiencing new places, journaling to reflect on my thoughts, and praying to ground myself in gratitude and faith. Now let me break this down because this is where it truly clicked for me. Every time I step into the gym, I'm choosing strength over weakness. I'm building discipline. I'm improving my health. And I know there are people out there who will do anything to have the ability, the freedom, or even the energy to do the same. Studying, it's not always exciting. Sometimes it feels like a burden. But I have access to education, to knowledge, to a system that allows me to grow my mind. That in itself is a privilege and therefore success. Also learning, the fact that I can learn new things whenever I want through books, videos, or even conversations, that's growth, that's momentum, and that's success. Work, even the act of working, of showing up, of taking responsibility for something is success. It means I have the chance to contribute, to earn, to create. Reading and writing. Books open entire worlds. Writing helps me understand my own world. Both sharpen me, both shape me, both count as success. Traveling. Stepping into new places, seeing the world from different angles, meeting people with different stories. Traveling humbles you, it expands you, it changes you. That's success. Journaling. It's not glamorous, no one else sees it. But writing down my thoughts, reflecting on my choices, learning from myself, that's a quiet form of success that stacks up over time. Praying. To me, prayer is grounding, it's gratitude, it's humility, it's acknowledging that everything I have today is not by accident. And every time I pray, I'm reminded I already have more than enough. When I look at all of this together, it becomes clear. Success isn't one big achievement waiting at the end of the road. Success is in the small, everyday actions that move me forward. Now here's where it hit me even harder. I started thinking, What if I couldn't do any of these things? What will happen then? What if I was injured and couldn't walk into the gym? What if I never had access to education and couldn't study or learn the way I do? What if I didn't have the freedom to travel? What if I didn't have the resources to buy books? What if I didn't even have the time or peace of mind to pause and reflect on my life? Suddenly, the things I take for granted look like pure success from another perspective. The truth is, there are people in this world who will do anything to have the opportunities I have. And the same goes for you. There's a quote I once heard that stuck with me. A healthy person has 1,000 wishes, but a sick person only has one. That's when it really sinks in. Health, time, freedom, these aren't small things. These are everything. Because when you're healthy, your mind runs wild with possibility. But when you're sick, when your body fails you, when you're stuck in pain, all you want, your single wish is to be well again. And that made me realize something. What feels normal to us is a dream for someone else. This isn't about guilt, it's about perspective. When you see how much you already have, you can't help but understand. Success isn't waiting for you in the future. Success is already here. It's happening right now in front of you. And that's where gratitude comes in. Gratitude is the lens that transforms ordinary moments into extraordinary ones. It's the mindset that turns daily actions into victories. Think about it. How many times have you hit a milestone only to immediately start chasing the next one? How many times have you achieved something only to feel like it wasn't enough? That's the trap. That's why so many people feel like they'll never be successful, because they think success only exists in the future. But gratitude changes that. Gratitude allows you to pause, to look around, and to realize you're already living parts of the life you once wished for. For me, gratitude looks like this. I can move my body, so I'm successful. I can learn new things, so I'm successful. I can pray and find peace, so I'm successful. I can travel and experience life, so I'm successful. Gratitude doesn't mean you stop aiming higher. It doesn't mean you settle. You can still chase bigger goals, bigger dreams, more growth, more wealth, more freedom. But it means that along the way, you don't miss the success you're already experiencing. Because success isn't only about arrival, it's about recognizing the beauty of the process. It's about being in motion while also being grateful for where you are. So, the next time you feel like you're failing, remind yourself of this. If you're growing, if you're learning, if you're showing up, if you're grateful, you are already successful. Maybe the world won't clap for you yet. Maybe your bank account doesn't reflect it yet. Maybe you don't feel like you're there yet. But that doesn't erase the fact that you're building something meaningful every single day. Success is not when you arrive. Success is in the act of moving forward. And when you start seeing it this way, you realize something powerful. You're already living in success. You just need to recognize it. So keep going, because you're more successful than you realize. Well, that was the end of the video. If you stick till the end to watch this video, I'm very grateful that you have. Because you know deep down that you are successful. That success is in the work you are doing in the present moment, not the destination. It's the journey. Remember that, my friend. And as always, thank you all for watching. If you enjoyed today's video, please hit that like button. If you have any questions or thoughts that come to your mind after watching this video, or if something clicked or hit you hard, please comment down below, because I would love to hear about your story, and I'll also reply to your comment. And if you haven't yet subscribed to my YouTube channel, please go ahead and do so right now, because I'll be uploading videos every single week like this and more about self-improvement, self-development, growth, growth, success, and just embracing the life you already live and putting your head down and working hard to get to your goals. That's me, Edris Nazari, and I'll see you guys in the next one. Peace. Okay.